I can't believe it. Just today we were talking about TNL and what server we want to go on launch, and we all said there's no chance we're going to get any info on the servers before launch day. But here we are, 7 PM, and they've just dropped an article with a bunch of names and info and all that sort of stuff. But before we get into that, welcome if this is your first time on the channel. My name's Dan. I live in this off-road gaming camper van with my family, and we travel and stream and create YouTube content on the road. Okay, let's get into the article. First, appreciate the beavers. The swimming morphs are absolutely the best. So credit to these guys. Whoever's put this out, whether it's AGS or NC Soft, it doesn't matter. Basically, they're giving us time to prep, and I'm wondering if this is because they appreciate that this is a very guild-focused, heavy game. But anyway, let's go through this. There's not a great deal of info here at the moment, but with early access launch rapidly approaching, we know many guilds and player communities are eager to coordinate, pick a world, and prepare for arrival in Silesium. In this article, we'll discuss the server structure, provide a list of worlds, detail the specific launch timings, and clarify some questions we've seen from the Throne and Liberty community. Now, just that in itself is so good to see. Okay, so early access and full launch servers. We saw some questions from the community regarding how early access servers and full launch servers are planned to work. Now, we had some ideas, we speculated some bits, but we're going to get it here from them. Our goal is to design a system that provides non-early access users the same fresh server opportunity as early access players. Please refer to the early access section in the TL business model for what to expect article on more information. Now, we've obviously been through this before, but the TLDR on this is they've gone over the in-game cosmetics and store, passes introduction, auction house, what you can actually do with the primary currency. So that's Lucent, Solent, ornamental coins. I'll put the link below. But essentially, what you can do is if you want to play with a guild that's going early access and you don't want to pay for early access, you can join those servers once the early access is finished. But let's read this anyway. Early access servers are set. Early access servers are the set of servers that open on the 26th of September, 5 PM UTC, before launch on October the 1st at 5 PM UTC. So early access at 26th, full launch on the 1st. All new servers opening will be part of the full launch server group. We want to provide additional clarity on how these servers will work. So here's a quick summary. Once both server groups are live, players can create new characters on early access or full launch servers at any time, subject to pop caps. If you begin playing at full launch and you want to join your friends on an early access server, you may create a character on there on the 1st of October, regardless of whether or not you purchased an early access. We're explaining. Players can transfer from full launch servers to open early access servers at any time. We will offer limited time free transfers to all players from 26th of September through to October 17. Early access servers will eventually have their transfer restriction lifted. So essentially what they're saying is if you start on an early access server, you can't quickly transfer to a launch server. Obviously there'll be an unfair advantage there, but anyone on normal servers after the early access can transfer to early access servers because they're going to be at a disadvantage anyway. And they haven't given a time on the transfer from early access to launch, but we'll wait to see on that. This is probably just going on about that. Players launch are subject to specialty. We plan to remove the early access tags and let players apply to transfer from early access when the time is right. Our team will work to determine. We're kind of guessing after the first siege because the first siege is very important. And would you believe it, a 5-day early access can give you quite a bit of an advantage if you play those 5 days very heavily and you plan to play those 5 days continuously. It's quite an interesting one. The limited free server transfers. We know that at launches can be hectic a time for MMO communities. I'm glad they've learned this from New World and Guild Wars and other games. Between queues, coordinating with guilds or friends, or finding new communities after launch, it can be hard to find the right server to call home. To help you find an optimal server to call home, we're providing players the ability to claim up to 2 free server transfer tickets per day, beginning with early access and running through to October 17. That's crazy. I thought I was going to say just 2 in total, but 2 per day? During the free transfer period, you can transfer to eligible realms as frequently as you like. Please be mindful and transparent. If you transfer for a server, there is no guarantee you'll be able to transfer back if it gets PopCap, blah, blah, blah. And this is up until October 17. That's bloody brilliant. Credit to them for this one. I didn't think they'd ever do anything like that, so that's brilliant. PopCaps, Throne Liberty Early Access launch. Do they have character? That we'd want to know is max characters. We will announce when character creation locks are being implemented, blah, blah, blah. Server list. Okay, so this is the server list. We can kind of fly through this. You guys will have the lists in the description below. And you can get yourself coordinating. We're pretty sure where we're going already. EU have a really good set. So NA East, Castleton, Laslan, Asmos, Chernobyl, Carnix. Available instantly on launch. Morokai, Helpy, Benediction, Whispering, Lottie. What's quite cool for some of you guys who haven't played yet, a lot of these names are names in games. So Castleton is a town. Laslan is a region, Cherno is a boss, Carnix is a weapon, Morokai is a boss, Helpy is your little creature that helps you on spawn. Dracarith is a region coming soon after Talandre. It's very, very cool. These are characters you'll remember Clay. Lunar's in there. Let's go to EU. So Lightbringer, Kazaa. If you want to know what server we're going. See you on there, don't dodge it. Conquest Ember, Zenith, Talus is there. Belendir's a world boss. It's pretty cool actually. They've done a really, really nice job with these. So auction house clusters. Auction houses will be clustered to combine a region's auction houses together. Let's use the NA East region as an example. Auction houses on the early access servers will be clustered together. At launch, full launch servers will be separately clustered from early access to ensure fairness. In the future, we will consolidate auction houses, resulting in everyone joining together. So, I mean, it is what it is, says on the tin. Early access launch servers will have their own auction house. Launch servers will have their own auction house. And again, probably when they allow the transfers, we're guessing again after Siege, you will have all those auction houses move together. That's it, really. How exciting. I'm so glad that they've allowed us to prep early on. I'll put the description in the link below. If you want to share which server you're going, put it in the description. If you're keen to figure out where Pirate Gaming are going and some of our alliances and friends, let's get organized. Like, we have a early access server. It's not going to be crazy. Everyone's sticking to the 4 alliance limit and trying to keep it very fun, very organized and very enjoyable. So if you're looking for PvP content, drop me a message on Discord. We can invite all guild leaders to a guild leader Discord, which we've set up. It wasn't me. I can't take any credit for that. But there's one that's set up. I can get you an invite. And we're trying to create a pretty popular early access EU server. There's a lot of big guilds on it, not necessarily streamer guilds or content creator guilds. There's just lots of really big guilds coming together, and it should be very, very fun. So if you're keen, drop me a message. Kazaa isn't confirmed. It's just something that I'd love to do because that was where we were all on KR and some insane fights. But yeah, thanks for watching. Drop a follow, drop a like, drop a thingy majiggy, and let's go.